joined post-game by CMU head coach Jody Ford. And Coach, your team raced out to a 27-0 lead at halftime. Let's start with that first half. Everything was going right for you guys, it seemed like, over the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, we got a lot of breaks. I mean, this is the first time I've seen where a ball will be thrown to their receiver, and usually those balls are caught on us, and all of a sudden they're just slipping off of their receiver's hands. And we had a lot of breaks today. I mean, sometimes that ball bounces funny ways, and I've been on the short end of a lot of those, and this is the first game we finally had a few breaks go our way in the first half.
Even to the point where Zeke Rivera kicked one at the sideline and about straight up the sideline and hit the pylon. I've never seen that before.
Well, and that's the thing, when you see that happen, it's like, all right, I might go buy a couple lottery tickets because this might be a good lucky day for me.
Now, the second half, the offensive production dropped off a little bit, and they threw something new at you defensively. They started to run the Wildcat with two linemen in at fullback. What was it like making those adjustments?
Well, that's the thing. Usually we have different things that we utilize against that, and we hadn't had a real chance to practice that this week, and so we had to throw it in on the fly, and as you saw, it was very sketchy. So we'll have to go back and practice it, because I'm sure we'll see it more now. Other teams, like to copy what people do, and so we'll have to go back and work on that. But I thought once we got a handle on it, we finally got it figured out toward the end there, and that we started getting stops, and they got away from it, which was good. So that was our big goal. We said, look, we've got to get executing these defenses with the Wildcat out there so that we can get that off the field. Otherwise, we're going to keep seeing this the rest of the year. And I thought the guys really adjusted well on the fly, because that wasn't a halftime adjustment. That was an actual second half adjustment kind of thing. The kids did a nice job with that.
Overall, you give up 14 points to a team that had scored 52 a game in the first 3 games of the year, and we had you only giving up 1 first down in the first half, and that came on a penalty. Were you as happy on the inside as it looked like it should have been from the outside?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, is just getting our offense back on the field, and trying to get 3 and outs and get our offense the ball. And as you saw Jamal and all those guys, I mean, if you can get them on the field, you're good. When they have to stand on the sideline and watch, it's tough. And so I was really pleased that we were able to get our defense off the field today. And this is really the first game we've been able to do that a little bit. And we really struggled with that the first couple games. And hopefully we'll be able to continue to do that.
One thing that was very nice to see, no turnovers from the offense today. No interceptions, no fumbles. It was a clean game turnover-wise.
Well, that's a tribute to the kids, the coaches. And I mean, that's something that we went into the spring and really emphasized in the spring, and then really going over it again in the fall. And the kids really ran hard, and it's nice to see them taking care of the football while they're running hard. It used to be, last season we'd run the ball hard and the ball would fly everywhere. We'd take off without the football, and this year they're doing a real good job protecting the ball. And I think we just give a lot of compliment to Coach Brady and the offensive coaches, Caleb Haynes. Those guys are just doing a great job making sure they take care of the football.
One thing that wasn't quite so clean today was the penalties. When we were talking with one of the assistant coaches, or we were actually on the air, we said we think the Hill might have something to say about that, and the coach shook his head yes.
Yeah.
But how do you address that over the course of this week?
Well, we go back and look at it and see. I mean, there's a couple of those penalties that I got to review, because one of them happened right in front of me, and I didn't think it was a penalty. And now I would be willing to bet that half of them are and half of them aren't. But the other thing is they're trying to protect the safety of the guys and stuff, and that's the thing that I applaud the officials for doing that, and taking care of the safety and taking care of people and all that. But sometimes these penalties come from kids just playing hard. I mean, I look at Joey Turner and some of these guys that are getting penalties, and I mean, it's coming from, they're not trying to hurt anybody or cheap shot anybody. They're playing hard, man. They're playing physical, and so those are things we got to go back and reevaluate. But I guarantee you, there's some of them that are just boneheaded stuff that we'll have to take care of.
One guy that was playing hard was Brandon Justin, and he got a huge clean hit coming down the stretch there, and really it seemed like a lot of big hits in the passing game today. You guys kept that pretty sealed up.
Yeah, early on, that's the thing where I feel like we've had a good secondary, and I was really mad last week because we played in a close game, and I felt like we didn't get off the field on 3rd and long, and it came from the secondary. I didn't feel like the back guys, the back 7, did a real good job of coverage last week, getting us off the field on 3rd down, and today they did. They worked hard, and us getting off the field today was a big tribute to that back 7. As tough a game as they had last week, they really did a pretty nice job this week.
You mentioned last week that Avila had some pretty good skill guys. Did you feel like that you matched up with them pretty well today?
Yeah, very much so. And that's where I just feel like we have some talented guys in the secondary. Our corners do a nice job. The pass interference on Kenny late in the game, that was definitely a pass interference call. I mean, he shouldn't have did what he did. But the one thing about it is, like I said, they're always going to play physical and they're going to play hard, and that's the thing is I felt like we matched up to their guys really well today. I think the thing I'm most proudest of is, to me, this tailback this week is Burt Kidd. He may be the best tailback in our league. I think he was first team all conference last year. I think we were fortunate to hold him to about 20-some yards today. So I was really proud of the guys that they took care of him today.
You've got back home next week against Mid-Am. I don't know if you've gotten to see anything from them, but what do you know about Mid-Am Nazarene?
Well, obviously, new coaching staff from Azusa Pacific. They always have a lot of talent. They're always very good. Obviously, I don't know a lot about them. I mean, we're going to have to get to watching the tape here pretty quickly. But they've always been good. I mean, you know, you're going to get a great team in Mid-America, and it's always a challenge. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cliche because it's just everybody's good. I mean, I know I tell you that all the time, but it doesn't matter who we play. I mean, I don't care what color jersey comes in the stadium or where we go to see. I mean, it's the same every week. Everybody's good, and so if you don't prepare well, you're going to get beat, and we have our work cut out for us again.
Well, you've got a chance to get an extra one in the win column and get above water for the first time this season. Right now, 2-2 and 1-1 in the conference. Congrats on the win today, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.